Hello, my name is Crystal. I've actually never thought to ask my parents where my name comes from, so out of curiosity I went ahead and reached out, and they told me that they named me after a character on a TV show from a show called Dynasty. So now I'm gonna have to go down that rabbit hole and see if I'm anything like the character on the show and like what the reasoning was behind that. I'm not sure if my name fits me, but I can't imagine being called anything else either. I was born in West Point, New York, but I've spent most of my life living in a very small town, Wellington in Missouri. It's about an hour east of Kansas City. I do think that living in a small town has shaped who I've become. It's really helped me appreciate nature and slowing down. It's also helped me become more organized and I think just more resourceful, having to figure out how to fix things on my own. Nothing is instant here, so you really have to get creative. And I think it's also made me have fewer but more meaningful relationships, which is something that I really have appreciated as I've gotten older. One interesting thing about me is that I am a single foster parent. I've been fostering for about 6 years. I used to hate telling people about it because it felt like a lot of attention. But now I really love to speak about it because I've realized that I can open up doors for other people who might be interested in fostering and helping out. And there really is a big need for foster parents. So if you're interested, reach out to me because I would love to talk your ear off about it. And one of the things that I hear a lot is like, oh, I could never do that. That's way too hard. Like, I would love the kids. I would kidnap the kids. I would just steal them and never be able to give them back. And what I always say in return is that we get a choice to do that. We get to decide when we want to foster, when we let kids come into our home. We get to choose that heartbreak, and these kids do not. So I have no other choice but to help as much as I can because these kids don't get a choice. You know, I'd be lying if I said that I haven't thought about kidnapping a few kids or running off or didn't think I could handle saying goodbye. But again, these kids, they're ripped out of their homes, they're ripped away from their family, they have no notice, they have no planning, they're just leaving everything behind, their homes, their beds, their family members, pets, siblings. So if a child can go through that heartbreak, like there is no that's too hard for me. We can do it too. So anyways, off that tangent, one of my favorite things to do is to be out in nature. I think it's just wonderful to watch my kids be outside, watching them explore and learn about the world around them. I do think that fostering has taught me to have compassion and understanding, which I think will help me, will help be a big asset to me as a teacher. One thing that I feel worried about though is I just feel like I'll never be prepared enough to start. So it does feel like there's a big jump from taking classes and learning to like real world being in that situation. I have so many favorite children's books. It's really hard to pick just one. Reading is like one of our most important things in our house, so every night we always read before bed. It's a great way for us to bond. No matter what, even if my kids don't get a bath or even if we forget to brush teeth that night, we always read. That's like top priority for us. So some of my favorite books growing up were Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, and I also really like the children's book Dragons Eat Tacos. I think it's just silly and perfect. But I always try to keep an open mind when I'm starting a new class, and I'm excited to soak everything in and just learn and grow as much as I can. Thanks.